Hello everyone, and welcome back to Afk Arena. Today I will be making a guide on how to start the Temporal Rift as efficient as possible, and it is gonna be a bit F2P friendly. The Temporal Rift is this one here, which just launched for the second time a few days ago. You unlock it by completing the campaign chapter 1940. Um, and as you can see, people have been climbing quite a lot here. So the highest one has been 154 floors. Most of everyone is like floor 150, which is a boss level. I managed to do 146, not entirely F2P. I thought it was F2P, but I paid for some Noble Society before the Temporal Rift started, and I got a few rewards from the Temporal Rift. So, like F2P, you can get about around 120 to 130 today. It's the 7th of March 2022. So let me tell you how I did it. So first, in the Temporal Beacon, you will be focusing on the tank tree, the mage tree, and the supporter's tenacity. The mage can also be ranger if you don't have all the heroes invested, like I'm gonna show you. Like there are multiple teams you can use in the mage related teams and in the ranger related teams. So first off, these are the required ones that you should max them out whenever you can. And they can only be 3 levels different from each other, so you have to focus on 3 different trees. These let me see. Silent Alliance and Dimensional Force is not so important, but they can help a little bit. The Unforeseen Power, it was just a mistake I made. I'm gonna reset it soon. So let me show you which teams I use. Okay, so for the until level 100 in Temporal Rift, you're gonna use one team up until floor 100, and what I used there was let me see, Arthur, Albedo, then Ainz, and then Leonardo and Merlin. And it was in chronological order, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also use some other teams. You can use Arthur, Albedo, Ainz, Merlin, and then the new dimensional hero. Let me show you which one that is. Is this dimensional hero? That is of course not F2P friendly because she's not out yet. She will be out in 20 days, where you can exchange her for some resources. And actually I would recommend here to put 10 here, 10 here, and then 40 here, because these are way more value than these 3. Alright, you can also use another team. You can actually use let me just show you here. You can use this other team as well: Arthur, Albedo, Ainz, Merlin, and Mortis actually as a 5th one. And you don't really need to have Mortis that much invested to make him work, because you will already have gear at T3, but excluding the faction bonus though. The thing about Mortis is he needs to do his all to make him work. So you can also for the first team you can also use a Graveborn team, like you can see here, because the goal is to use a full Items team and then use a GB team as the second team, which is required after level 100 in the Temporal Rift. So for a mage team regarding Great Point heroes, you can use like what I used here. You can use Grisul, and it's also in chronological order as well. So you can use Grisul as the first one, Odin as second, Daemon third, Silas as the fourth, and then Desira as fifth. And also about the badges, what you should first be focusing on is making them all the max level you can go. And for me right now it's 10. And after that you should really pay attention to what the relics really does. And see what's more beneficial to the specific hero and the comp in general. So the way you can see what the highest level badge is, you can see it in here. And the higher you go in levels here, you can get higher badges and higher level in the talent tree. Like the tree was what I told you about in the start here. So at level 6, the level 30 is the max. And actually, for my floor clearance, I had level 25 in these, and I used all my tries, so I can't really use more tries now. And it will take a few days. It will reset every week. So let me see. What can I tell here? Oh, there's also another team I wanted to talk about, and that's actually you can use, and that's also a mage team. You can use Grisul in the first spot, then Miska in the second, Odin in third, Silas in fourth, and then Mortis in fifth. It is also a pretty good comp. Some of my friends told me about it, and I'm gonna test it out soon when I get invested some more in Miska. And actually, honorable mentions about good mage heroes I can show you here. If you are investing in mage instead of ranger. A mage is a bit better in the current patch of Temporal Rift than ranger, but ranger can do pretty good as well. In the last Temporal Rift, I was testing them out, and I could get up to floor 280 with ranger, but I could go to floor 300 with the mage. So let's see. Some other good mage heroes you can use is actually Skryth here. You probably need plus 30 to make him work even better. And of course Odin, like we talked about, he is really strong. So what you would need for him, it's like every upgrade benefits him. I mean, plus 30 would maybe be enough without any furniture, but like every upgrade he gets better, like a ton better. Like maybe you could even use him at plus 20, but for the Temporal Rift, I would really do the min-maxing if you want to push really hard in the Rift. So plus 30, 99 is pretty good, and then E60 is what you want. So next good hero, it's not something I have invested in. It's also a pretty good mage heroes you can use. Then we also have another hero. I don't have him invested either, but not her. It's Morrow actually. He's also good for the Temporal Rift. You can I will try these out a later time. It's some mentions I got from a few friends which just climbed high in the Rift as well. Another honorable mention is Solace. Let me see. Oh yeah, this girl here. We also have one more hero, which is pretty good for the Temporal Rift, and that is Sophia. Alright, so... And for the support heroes, we have 3 good heroes as well here. That's the first one is Tassi. And the second one is Pippa here. And the third one is the Golem. if you want like detailed explanations of these mentions I come with here, just let me know in the comments, and I'll help you with that. So if you don't have the mage teams I mentioned earlier invested, you could also go for some ranger teams actually. The first team, which is pretty good, is here. Let me see. Yeah, Hodgkin with the first spot. Then we have Lucretia in the second spot. And the third one, we have Ezio. And for the fourth spot, we are gonna use Rowan. And for the fifth spot, we are gonna use Merlin. Let me see where he is. Yeah, here. And with Merlin, it's really important. He's plus 39.9. I don't think he will work that well without that. Of course, the gear is they are already mythic T3 in the Temporal Rift, but the faction bonus is not counted. Only if you have it of course. So another good team you can use, which relies on ranger teams, is Grazul in the first spot, and then Damon a second, and Talene as the third one, and then Silas here in the fourth spot, and Desira in the fifth spot. So right now I'm just outlining the team, so if you want more explanations and stuff, just let me know in the comments, and I'll do that in a future video. Right now it's just like we're building the foundation of the Temporal Rift basically, and then we can work on from there. So as a third team, I'm just outlining teams, so if you already used the first one, you can't use the next few teams. It's just if there are some heroes that you don't have here, you can use something else. So here these two next teams are with either twins or the new hero Halis, which is incredibly strong. So if you don't have either twins or Halis, you can skip away 1 minute so we can get further. So you don't waste any of your time. So for the next two teams, we will still use Lucretia, and we will also use Aziz for both teams actually. And then you would either use twins as well in both teams, and then you would also use Rowan. Rowan here. And for the fifth one, you can actually use two different heroes. You can either use Ezio, which I have here, or you can use Halis, which I'm currently building, as you can see here. I'm a bit late on Halis because he's a really strong hero, and I would really recommend you start building him really soon, along with Mishka. They go really well together. So if you actually, now we're gonna go to a fifth team, which is ranger focused, like I said. If you have Athalia, you can actually go with another team here. I'm gonna show you. You can use Ezio as the first one, Albedio as the second one, and then Athalia as the third one. This is revolving about Athalia, this next team. And then we will also be using Skrek, which I haven't invested in, which is really sad at my point of the game. And for the last one, we will be using Merlin. He's an incredible healer and shielder. So, yeah. So what are we gonna do next? So, let's talk about the priorities in the Temporal Rift. So the number one priority would be something called the Rising Phoenix, which is it's for the climbing purposes. And also, if you lost a hero, the Rising Phoenix is a room you can get in the Temporal Rift, where it will revive one of your heroes randomly. So if you only lost one hero, then it will revive that hero. If you've lost many heroes, then it will take one randomly. But if you're just trying to climb the floors, you should prioritize non-combat floors, because that will help you RNG-wise to get further. So, and the next one is the Floor Stew, which heals heroes, which is pretty good if you are really low on HP, or if you just want to climb, like I said, non-combat ones to climb further. It's always a good idea if you have the max level badges, which are explained here. This shows exactly what you can get. And the Fountain of Time, which I didn't explain earlier, is the AFK rewards you get by time. Like in the campaign, you also get the AFK rewards, and this actually the AFK rewards. This part counts to the level of the continuum, or what it's called here. And this one is used to upgrade your bonuses, like your buffs in the Temporal Beacon. So let's get further with the priorities of the Temporal Rift rooms. So the third one is Blessed Realm, where you can get one badge, one normal badge. It's a twins room, you will see. There is 3 variants. There is one where you get a random badge. There is another one where you get a random badge, but with a curse. I wouldn't recommend that, because that will most likely end your run really quickly. And then there's get a reset badge. I wouldn't recommend that either. Only if you have maxed out relics, actually, because after you max out relics with the highest, the focus with the badges should be getting the highest level possible as fast as possible, and then you should actually really pay attention to what the relics do, because they are way more important than the stats itself. So now we got that handled. Then the next priority is the Realm of Exploration, which is the easy rooms of them, but I would only say that is higher priority than the Grievous Realm when you have the highest level badges, because the Grievous Realm usually give higher level badges. So I would actually focus more on Grievous Realms until you get the highest level badges that you can get, which you can see here, which is for me level 10. But after that, you should focus on Realm of Exploration first. And the next one is the Realm of Survival, where you get the reset badges, which is really important when you get the top level the badges, because getting the best relics can be kind of hard after you get the max level. And then prioritization will be the Grievous Realm, which is not the priority when you just try to climb, because they are way harder than the Realm of Exploration, for example. And then the last priority is Gladiator Realm, which is quite challenging bosses, if you ask me. So as I said in the start of the video, it's best to focus on the tank support, and either mage or ranger, depending on what you have, which I explained a few teams that you could use, which hopefully helps you get further. And what you should be avoiding is avoid multiple team battles if you want to climb, and avoid battle with debuffs if you can. And like I said earlier, you should focus on getting high attack rating badges first. And after matching badges, you should start on optimizing the relic ability, like I said, which you can really optimize the relic badges if you have those resets. Um, So there's actually another thing which I really can't show because I have used all my tries for this week. But there's a button in the right corner when you start challenging floors, which is rewind. So if you somehow fuck up if one of your battles and either one of your heroes dies or your entire team dies, the game will also explain this when you play it. You can use the rewind to go back in time to where you didn't lose those heroes in the current floor. So what I would suggest is you use the first rewind when you lose a hero, and then unless you think you're really close to the Rising Phoenix, which recovers a lost hero. Otherwise I would use it when you lose a hero, and I would use the second rewind one when you get when your whole team gets wiped, like one of your teams, if you're over level 100, which is double teams. So actually, if you're fighting the enemy Athalia, you should really be paying attention to where her spot is, so you can use Merlin to counter her position. If you find the teams like with the foreign, you should focus on using the Graveborn teams, and not the Irons team, because Thorin can really screw you over. Actually, when I showed some of the teams, Leonardo is really strong in this mode. You should really not underestimate him at all. And about Alna, which you usually see in campaign for the GP teams, is actually not that great in this mode, because they get really strong in the enemy teams, and after the immune is gone, she will get insta-killed most of the times. And another problem with using Alna as well is that you have to invest in 4 talents, not 3, because you need the warrior tree for her, and that's not good. It's not. You won't get enough resources for 4 trees unless you are a heavy whale. So like I said earlier, T3 gear bonus is available in the Temporal Rift. And there's a few heroes you should pay attention to. And the first one is Gorvo. He can screw you over. And Nara. She's pretty annoying as well. She can wipe one of your heroes pretty quickly. You should also pay attention to Kelthar, since he never dies. He will only die when you have killed the whole entire team. You should also pay attention to Morrow. He is pretty strong. And then of course the assassin ones like Athalia and Cecilia, which you should really pay attention to your positioning when fighting those teams. And actually, like, if you lose, it's not too bad, because you can get back to a few floors. You will only lose 5 floors if you get wiped completely. So you can get in 5 floors below you, and then you can choose badges like almost just as good as you were having before. All of mine are level 10 currently, because if you get far enough, you can get max level badges for all your heroes. So let me see here. What else can I tell here? Let me just think for a moment. So yeah, what you should really be focusing on is increasing this as high as possible, as early as possible you can, because it really it's really important, because it really like decides how well your run is is gonna be over the course of the 90 days, which in here is 85 days left out of 90, because the FK rewards, they scale, as you can see. At the higher level you go, and you also the badges scale in level, and also the unlockable badges you can get. So you should really be focusing early on to climb as high as possible as you can, in my opinion. And the reason I made this guide was because I was really surprised at how well the rewards you can get is. Let me just see here. Actually, let me see if I can find the rewards real quick. Okay, you can also the guild can also help you in terms of getting a high rank on the leaderboard. It will give your guild a pretty good amount of diamonds. Let me see. Oh, so I actually need to start the Temporal Rift to see all the rewards, but I'm sure you can see when you enter the Temporal Rift, you can see for yourself that every 10 floors you get rewards, and you get rewards up until floor 600, and the rewards are pretty good, I would say. You should check them out. So I wouldn't underestimate the Temporal Rift, and I think it's really fun. So I mean, you should only do this if you have fun with it, like anything else in AFK Arena. So, oh, I forgot to tell you that it's just some basic things about Temporal Rift, which is all your heroes are level 360 by default. And you will have Mythic T3 gear equipped no matter what gear it has, but if it has faction bonus, it will be a little bonus. So every battle you attempt requires a heavenly card, which is where you get 7 heavenly cards to start. So you have 7 tries to get like a higher floor, you know. And you can also buy more for diamonds. If you click sweep, you can purchase more here. I would only suggest this if you can climb a decent amount of floors, which would result in a higher level of this, because then you can get higher AFK rewards and stuff like that. If you won't get higher level here, I would suggest waiting if you can. So let me see here. What else can we tell you? Yeah, and every time you clear a level, you will get more XP, and it's only the first time you get rewards. You will get like 7 of the 7 of the juices and 7 of this, and for every 10 level, it's 20 of these. Each corresponding of these, and every 50 level I think it's 200 of these. So yeah, that's pretty good, and you can get pretty high pretty quickly. So let me see, what else can I tell you? So the sanctioned realm I don't really know much about yet. I don't think it's out yet. Let's see, Hall of Valor. Yeah, it's not available either. I'm looking forward to see what that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you? So you can actually also, if you're not F2P, you could actually, if you spend money on some other deals, it will help you get higher levels in the temporal beacon. But you wouldn't get as high as 30 with only F2P. But if you have around 15 or something like 15 to 20 or or even like 13, you could like at least go to floor 115, 120 right now. I would say, yeah. Um, so let me see what else. Yeah, I think that will conclude the video of this guide. So if you have any questions, please let me know in comments. And if you like this content, please consider liking and subscribing so I can give more of this. So any questions you might want to ask, just let me know and I'll answer. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.